Have you ever wondered whether the boundary between your mind and the natural world is real or imagined? Right now, as you breathe, think, and exist in this moment, trillions of invisible interactions are happening between your body and the environment around you. Microbes in your gut influence your mood. Trees communicate through underground fungal networks. The air you exhale becomes the air another organism inhales. What if consciousness was never meant to exist in isolation? What if the human mind is not a separate entity, but part of a living planetary intelligence? Welcome to Symbiotic Minds. For centuries, modern civilization has taught us to think of ourselves as separate from nature, observers standing outside the ecosystem. We build cities of concrete, create artificial environments, and imagine intelligence as something contained entirely within the human brain. But biology tells a different story. Your body is not purely human. Nearly half the cells in your body are microbial organisms, bacteria that help you digest food, regulate immunity, and even influence emotional states. Without them, you could not survive. You are not an individual organism. You are an ecosystem. Scientists call this the human microbiome, but philosophically, it reveals something deeper. Individuality may be an illusion created by perception. Now expand this idea beyond the body. Under forests across the world lies a vast underground network called a mycorrhizal network, sometimes called the Wood Wide Web. Fungi connect tree roots across entire ecosystems, allowing trees to exchange nutrients, chemical signals, and warnings about danger. Old trees support young trees. Healthy trees support damaged ones. Forests behave like cooperative systems rather than collections of separate organisms. Nature is not competing alone. Nature is thinking together. When viewed through systems science, ecosystems begin to resemble neural networks. Information flows through roots, soil, water, and air just as signals flow through neurons in the brain. The planet starts to look less like a machine and more like a mind. This idea is not new. Indigenous philosophies across Africa, the Americas, and Asia have long described reality as relational rather than individual. In many African metaphysical traditions, personhood emerges through connection, not isolation. I am because we are. But what if this principle extends beyond humanity itself? What if consciousness is ecological? Recent research in cognitive science suggests that thinking does not happen only inside the skull. The theory of extended cognition proposes that tools, environments, and other organisms can become part of cognitive processes. Your notebook becomes part of your memory. Your phone becomes part of your thinking. Language becomes part of your perception. Mind expands into world. If cognition can extend into technology, why not into nature? Consider breathing. Oxygen produced by forests powers the metabolism of your brain. Without photosynthesis, human thought would not exist. Every idea you have is powered by sunlight captured by plants. Every thought is ecological. Even emotions may be symbiotic. Studies show exposure to natural environments reduces stress hormones, stabilizes mood, and improves creativity. The nervous system appears calibrated not for isolation, but for ecological connection. Perhaps the mind evolved not merely to survive in nature, but to synchronize with it. Now imagine intelligence at a planetary scale. The Earth regulates temperature through atmospheric balance. Oceans distribute heat like circulatory systems. Forests regulate carbon like lungs. Microbial systems recycle nutrients like metabolism. These processes resemble homeostasis, the same self-regulating behavior found in living organisms. Some scientists call this the Gaia hypothesis, the idea that Earth functions like a single self-regulating system, not a conscious being in a human sense, but not entirely unconscious either. If intelligence emerges from networks of interaction, then ecosystems may possess forms of distributed awareness far beyond human perception, and humanity may be one node within that network. But something has changed. Human technology has begun to rewire the planet's natural systems. Cities replace forests. Artificial networks replace ecological ones. Digital communication grows as ecological communication weakens. We are building new networks faster than we understand the old ones. The question is no longer whether humans are connected to nature. The question is whether we remember how. Climate disruption, biodiversity loss, and ecological instability may not just be environmental crises, they may be cognitive ones. A disconnection between human intelligence and planetary systems. A symbiotic mind losing awareness of itself. But symbiosis does not disappear easily. It adapts. Urban ecosystems form in unexpected places. Plants grow through concrete. Microbial life evolves alongside industry. Technology begins to imitate nature's networks. Artificial intelligence itself is modeled loosely on neural and ecological systems, distributed, adaptive, and interconnected. We may not be leaving nature behind. We may be rediscovering it in a new form. The future of intelligence may not belong solely to humans or machines, but to systems where biological, technological, and ecological networks merge. A new symbiosis. But this future depends on one realization. We were never separate to begin with. Your breath connects you to forests. Your food connects you to soil. Your thoughts connect you to sunlight. Your survival connects you to countless invisible organisms. The human mind is not an island. It is a bridge. And perhaps consciousness itself is not located inside brains, but emerges wherever relationships become complex enough to sustain awareness. In that sense, the hidden network connecting humans and nature is not underground or invisible. It is existence itself. You are not outside the system. You are the system becoming aware.